processing. I've heard that some people have like private processors because like the holds throughout
Mm-hmm.
Shopify, PayPal, and Stripe could either take a while, like a long time at sometimes. So what's your take on that?
Um, I've always used Shopify payments and PayPal. My bank offered me, I have Citizens Bank, and they offered me their like commercial payment processor because I was doing big volume and it was like they would pay out same day, which is pretty good. And they had different rates for like debit and credit cards. But I've never really had a problem with cash flow personally. But I've had like up to 20 grand, even more probably, like close to 30 grand on hold in PayPal before. Um, Shopify won't hold your money unless you have a high chargeback rate, in which case they'll probably put you on like a 6 month probation kinda, where this has happened to me before. They'll put you on probation where they'll only pay out like 75% of what you make or something, and they'll hold 25 until the 6 months are up, and then they give it all to you, which is kind of bullshit. But as long as you don't have chargebacks, you won't have that problem. Normally, Shopify payments will pay out like next business day. Like if you, I authorize all my orders at like 11:50, and then I'll usually at 11:50 p.m. and then I'll usually get them like noon the next day. Um, on the weekends, they usually don't pay out like on Sundays, so you sometimes have to wait for your weekend payments until Monday. Um, but all in all, Shopify payments is fine. It's PayPal, it's the problem. They will almost always hold your money for, I think it's 2 weeks or something like that.
It's awful.
Um, yeah, it sucks. Like they won't do it right away, but as soon as you start doing volume, like once you make like a couple $100 in a day, right away they'll put a hold on your account, and they'll only give you a certain amount of money a week, and they'll hold the rest. And then you can upload tracking numbers to PayPal if you want, which is tedious, but once your orders deliver, they'll release your money. They can like see through the tracking number. So that can get it a little faster because your orders will probably be getting delivered in like 6 to 10 days for the most part. But still, PayPal's gonna be a significant portion of money held. However, PayPal is probably only gonna be about maybe 25% max of your order volume. So it won't be all your money getting held. It'll be a portion of 25%.
Yeah. So how much is one of those like processors that you got offered?
Um, I don't think they were gonna charge me anything up front. I think they were just gonna take the money from the like per payment they were gonna charge me. Um,
Uh,
I don't know if that's available to just anyone. I think that was kind of like a deal that they gave me, at least with my bank. I don't know much about other payment processors. The only one I know people use is Stripe. Um, but I've heard you can get holds on Stripe too. Um, I know some people sell like verified Stripe accounts with like a lot of payment history that won't get holds, and you can buy one of those if you want. Um, I'm not sure what the Shopify also will charge fees on certain third party processors. I don't think they charge a fee on Stripe. They also don't on PayPal, and they obviously don't on their own Shopify payments. But a lot of third party processors, they'll charge their own like 1% fee or something like that on top of whatever the payment processor charges you.
okay. Huh. So for beginners that don't have a lot of cash flow that can't really afford to have PayPal, keep it for 2 weeks. Should we just go straight Shopify?
Yeah, you could definitely try that. That's definitely a way to make sure you get your money faster. Um, I know a lot of people. This was like something that was highly debated in the past, like a couple years ago. Um, lot of people were like, we're just not going to put Shopify on our store. And then there was one camp that was like, that's going to hurt your conversion rate. And then the other camp was like, if you don't have PayPal on your store, the Facebook algorithm will figure out that people that pay with PayPal won't shop on your store, and then it'll show you more people that just use regular credit cards, and it all evens out. I don't know which one is true. I've always just used PayPal. But you can try just not having PayPal on your store and seeing if you get sales, and then maybe if you're like getting a lot of initiate checkouts but not a lot of purchases, that would probably be a sign that you need to add PayPal to your store.
Okay. Well, okay. Give that a swing.
Yeah, as far as third-party processors go, I don't know much about them. That's something you would have to research, but there might be an option out there.
Yeah, let's say I've heard it's like all like the debate on that too, and it's confusing.
Yeah, payment processors are a pain because then there's the fees, and then there's like Shopify, depending on what plan you have, will charge you a different transaction fee. And then PayPal will charge you their fee. And if you're selling in multiple countries, if you're currency converting, that'll be another fee. Like there's a lot of things that just come up randomly. But Shopify payments works fine.
And is that usually they just enter their card or?
Yeah, Shopify payments is just you enter your credit card like normal.
Oh, okay.
Anyone got any other questions?
Nope.
All right.
I think you've went over this before, but like, what is your take on getting other people's content, like creators' content, and running it as paid?
Are you saying pay somebody or just look up videos and download them?
Yeah, but I say look up TikToks, download them,
Mhm.
and upload them as paid and run that as an ad. Because I've seen a lot of people do that and get a lot of success. So I was just wondering your take on that.
I mean, um, yeah, it definitely can work. Um, it's a pretty effective method because they've already posted it, so you can see how it performed. Um, it's morally and probably legally questionable. Like they're definitely within their right to like report your ad or something and be like, that's my content, like take it down, TikTok. And if they did that, there's a chance like your account would get banned or something like that. I don't know. It's never happened to me. But the chances of that happening are probably pretty low, especially if you just like you run it for a little bit and see what happens, and then make it your own or something later.
I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people running the product video itself on AliExpress because some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, if you can find a product listing with good AliExpress content, like one that doesn't have Chinese letters all over it, or one that's good quality, whatever. Like, certain suppliers and manufacturers are definitely getting a lot better at providing content. That was a very common method. You can also check Alibaba. A lot of Alibaba listings will have better content because they're catering towards bulk sellers with more money.
Have you ever checked out DHgate?
I know like kids in college would order jerseys off there, but I think I looked at it in the past, but I don't remember seeing much. Do they sell similar stuff to AliExpress?
Yeah, but I would say AliExpress has the bigger options.
Right.
In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find it like anywhere, you can also YouTube your product, and a lot of Chinese suppliers will have videos on YouTube, or even there's some random accounts that like random YouTubers that will like just make reviews of AliExpress products. Like you can maybe find content that way. The only problem is it wouldn't be vertical, but if it's zoomed out enough, you could just zoom in and make it like fill the screen yourself. There's a ton of ways to find content. There are companies that do that and make a shitload of money, like viral ecom ads and that one you used, I forget, Panda, whatever. That's all they do is they just look up the product on AliExpress, Alibaba, YouTube, Google. They just look everywhere and just find any videos they can find and other TikToks, and they just smash them together. So it's definitely a method people use. The problem is just making it look good, like making it all flow together and look like it's one cohesive video. All good quality, stuff like that. Aaron Judge hit a home run, finally. But yeah, so you definitely download TikToks. Use SnapTik if you're gonna do it. You don't want like the TikTok logo bouncing around the screen. But other than that, that's definitely a valid method to try.
Okay. I'm about to say, does SnapTik take off all the like watermarks and everything?
Yeah. Yeah, SnapTik is goated. You also can combine other people's stuff with like your own stuff. If you're trying to tell a story and you need like a filler clip, like you could film one thing yourself and then fill it in with other people's stuff. Like you can mix and match.
Okay. Yeah. Because I tried doing TikToks today and it was like, it's fun, but it's like, for the first time it was pretty confusing. I was like, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like,
you get better at it with time. Like I made like 10 TikToks in one day the other day, and like after that you kind of figure out how to do everything.
I bet when you get up to like your level, a lot of people like outsource that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the hot thing this year has been UGC agencies. Like everyone, because since TikTok became a thing, UGC became like the big wave, user generated content, like which basically just means like making TikToks for people's products. So now like there are agencies everywhere that just find creators and contract creators, and will just be like, I'll bring you deals with brands and you just make TikToks about them. Like there was this thing on Twitter. There was this one girl that was in like 10 different brands videos that went super viral, and everybody was like, this is getting out of control. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that pay people to do that for them.
Oh, for sure. I was about to say, when you have a lot of money to kind of throw around and try stuff, I was about to say those methods be good for sure.
Yeah. So if we want, we can look at share my screen and we can look at the TikToks I made for the productivity clock, and we can see which ones did the best and maybe go into why, or why we think.
Have any of those videos got any views on your website?
I had like 15 views the first day. And I think I have like 10 today. I started running ads, but they're not spending yet. I think the algorithm needs to like collect some data before it can just drop bans, because it doesn't know who to target right now. So we'll see. I think tomorrow it should spend more. It's starting to spend more as the day goes. So this was, where is it? So this was my first, this was the third video I posted, and it's at 2,000 views now.
Honey. Close that. Paint 1,000 pictures.
Say, could you full screen that by chance?
Can you see this? This is like as big as it'll go.
Okay, but say we're just looking at your OBS right now, the main part.
Oh shit, did I do the wrong screen? I definitely did.
Oh, I think we're watching we're watching you record yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I showed my screen 1, not screen 2.
Oh, I do that all the time. I got like 3.
I can't figure out which one is screen. Oh, this one's screen 1. Alright, here we go. So this was the first one. It got 2,000 views at this point, and still going as of today. I picked this Bound 2 sped up trending sound. It's got a shitload of videos on it. To 1.2 million videos, that's a ton. So I caught that sound kind of late, but for me, I'm not really trying to go viral with like the trend of the sound as much as I'm just trying to like catch people's ear, because like if it's trending that much, people obviously like it, and like it's pleasing to their ear. So this was just one of the things I came up with. I wanted to do a POV, and I wanted to make it short enough that people could like read it and digest it, so it didn't look like one of those just throwing words on the screen videos. It did well, obviously, right off the rip. So then I tried some other angles. I tried this one. It did terribly.
Wait, Eric, quick question, right? Do you run your TikTok ads based off from this account, or you just let it run on a different account on the ad manager?
No, I'm running Spark ads for this, so it's through this account. Yeah.
Okay, you just connect it to Shopify, right?
Connected to Shopify, connect it to your
Ad manager.
ads manager, yeah.
Okay.
When I create my ads manager account, it like gives you login options, and I just say log in with TikTok, and then when you're making the ad, see if you can see it from here. When you're making the ad, you just click this, and then because you're logged in through your TikTok account, your thing will pop up right here, and then you just click this, and then you do like I think the button's normally right here. You click like TikTok post.
So your account is registered as a business account, right?
Yes, my TikTok account is a business account because you need to do this.
Yeah.
The reason I do Spark ads, especially with a new account, is to gain followers. Like if I'm going to be spending the money, I might as well get followers from it too. If you do dark ads, it won't link to your profile, so you won't get as many followers from it. So I want the followers so that then hopefully my next organic post can do better.
Not gonna lie, I think that's where I had my issue with, because I started building my TikTok account, but it's a business account, but I mean no, it's actually a personal account. I didn't make it to a business account, and I started running ads from a Shopify separate account. That's why. So I'm gonna work around that later.
Okay, so wait, did you like when you made your ads in TikTok, did you
So I actually
did you like
I
upload
generated,
the video?
yeah, I upload the video
Oh,
on
okay.
yeah.
And then you like typed in your own over here.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, yeah, so that's called a dark ad, and that's not necessarily wrong. A ton of people run dark ads. Totally valid. But yeah, it's up to you which one you like. People like you can test both and see which one does better, I guess.
Yeah, the dark ad didn't really work as well. I did get a
Hmm.
sale as I told you as I spoke with you before, but I'm gonna try something
Right.
different. I'm gonna tweak it. I'm gonna tweak it. I'm gonna start running it from the account that I already the personal account. I'm gonna change it to a business account, and I'm gonna start using that as the ad account.
Yeah, good idea. One thing with that is make sure you're using non-copyright music, and make sure that when you post your TikTok, make sure that your description is something like kind of salesy, because that's going to be the when you put it in the TikTok ads manager,
Yeah, I just learned that.
the description that you put on here is going to be the same description that pops up over here.
Okay. Yeah, because I just learned that there's an option in sounds that I think there's like an ad sounds that you can select.
Right. So when you change it to a business account, when you post a TikTok, it won't give you access to the normal TikTok sounds library. It'll give you access to this commercial sounds library. And there's a
Gotcha.
lot of like pre-approved TikTok sounds on there. They're all kind of like corny, shitty elevator music. So what I usually do is I just scroll my feed and I look for like the trending sounds that aren't like real songs. Like it'll be like original sound from this person, and then I'll just bookmark. I'll add those to my favorites, and then I'll just have like a little thing of non copyright sounds that I can use. If you want good sounds, you can check like the really famous TikTokers. Like Bryce Hall will put a viral sound on like every single one of his TikToks. Like this one, I'm sure you could use 500k videos. Like basically every single one will have a viral sound that you can steal. There are a few other people that all will do that, so you can just steal sounds from them.
Okay.
So anyway, this first one, third video, 2k views, the POV and the monotasking and 30 on 5 off intervals seemed like it was resonating with some people. So then I tried this one and it did terribly. So then I tried this one and I put the monotasking back in quotation marks, and it seems like that for some reason was what people were resonating with. I thought it might have been the 30 on 5 or the 30 on 5 off I took out to make it shorter, and apparently people didn't care. And I also added this same sound again, and then I added this little part right here with a lot of text that people probably couldn't read in time to make them read it twice. That one's also doing pretty well, like 1,500 after 2 days. This one just keeps going up though. It seems like it can't catch up. So maybe people just like the simpler text. I don't know. I definitely decided that this clip of me at the desk was the winning hook clip so far. So that's what I went with for this one. And then I changed the copy over it, and this one blew up to 3K, and 118 likes is the most I've gotten. I used a different sound this time, but same clip. So anyway, moral of the story is you don't really know for sure what people connected to with this video. You don't know if it was the clip in the background, you don't know if it was the POV, you don't know if it was the text, but you want to keep trying different combinations of those things and adding on new things and seeing if you can just keep trying to iterate and see if you can do better. So right now, this is my lead. So I think for my next video, I think I'm going to run with this ADD thing maybe and see if that's what people like. Or maybe I'm going to run with the phone addiction thing and run that as the text. Maybe I'll include this second part again and see if people like that. Like it's just mixing and matching the things that you see resonating with your audience the most. So that's just what I wanted to explain to you guys for how to iterate organically to figure out what's gonna make you go more viral than the last time, you know?
So, do you video your TikToks on TikTok, or do you use your camera? How's that?
I use my like phone, but I use the camera app. I don't film them in TikTok because I want to be able to. Because I think when you film in TikTok, like you film it and then you put it together and then you post it and then all those videos are gone. But I want to be able to use them multiple times and keep mixing and matching them. So I'll sit down with the product and I'll just film like 10, 15 different things, like whatever comes to mind. Like I won't just film for like, I won't come up with one TikTok concept and then just film that. You know what I mean? Like I'll just film like 15 different things I can imagine people wanting to see with the product, and then I'll just come up with the copy to put over it later. Like I didn't plan to put insane productivity hack right here and then like play the thing. I was just like, okay, I should have a clip of me at my desk turning the dial. Like that's something that's a use case for this product. So that was the like, and then I just filmed it. And then I was like, okay, I'll do one over my table instead if people don't want to see the keyboard in the background. Like I just film a ton of things, save them on my phone, and then throw them together in random orders.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I did the opposite of that. I did the thing you said to not do. So yeah,
I mean,
that's a good
it's
thing
not
to learn.
necessarily to like don't do it. It's just that you only get one video out of that. Whereas I filmed, this took me 10 minutes and I was able to make 10 videos out of it. And I'm going to make 10 more with the same 5 clips.
Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that now.
Yeah, just film yourself using the product, film it in a bunch of different places. Um, Film some first person, film some third person from a tripod, or like prop your phone up or whatever. Film it using your product over your bed, using it in your kitchen. Just take it out and for 30 minutes just do a bunch of random shit, you know? Film what life is like without the product. Just, you know, just cover all your bases and then later just come up with how you're going to throw it together.
Okay, and then you throw it all together on the TikTok app. Correct?
Yes, I edit in the TikTok
Yeah.
app
Yes, sir. Okay, forgot
because
that.
you want it to look native to the platform. Another thing you want to do, which I don't really have many comments, so I haven't been able to do it. Most people are just like bookmarking my thing to like come back to later. But if you get comments, you want to comment, you want to like it so it shows up at the top, and then comment like thanks, link is in bio. Like just so that if anybody else comes across the video and checks the comments, they're more likely to click your profile and check the link. Because you don't want to put link in bio in the description because it comes off salesy and people aren't as into that and don't interact as much. You want to keep the actual content very, very native, natural, and then in the comments, that's where you can try to plug.
So, okay, so I would like totally off the subject. Is CPA and CAC the same thing?
No. Let's see if how many of those things are on TikTok. CPC is cost per click. So you can see I have 1 click and I spent $3.34. So my cost per click was $3.34 here. CAC would be customer acquisition cost, which would be the amount of conversions you've gotten in this case, or the amount of purchases you've gotten. It doesn't matter what your conversion is. The amount of purchases you've gotten in this case, I have 0. But if I had 1 conversion, my CPC and my CAC would be the same in this case. But if I had 2 clicks and 1 conversion, my CPC would be like $1.70, $1.68, whatever that is, $1.67, and then my CAC would be $3.34 if I had 2 clicks and 1 purchase. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. So CAC is customer acquisition cost, and then CPA is customer.
CPA is cost per action, something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it stands for, but what it is this is based on your conversions. Like you can see here, the amount of money you spent on a conversion. So in this case, because my conversion event is purchases, see if I can show you that. So my optimization event is complete payment. So that's what I'm looking for in my conversions. So in this case, your CPA and your CAC would be the same because your acquisition cost and your conversion are both purchases. However, your conversion event doesn't have to be purchases. It could be add to carts, it could be view content, it could be initiate checkouts, it could be any of the 8 actions TikTok offers you. So in that case, they wouldn't be the same thing because in this case, your CPA would be showing you the amount of dollars you spent. Say if this was add to carts and not purchases, your CPA would be about the amount of dollars you spent to get one add to cart. But your CAC would be the amount of money you spent to get a purchase. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So when your conversion rate, when your conversion event is purchases, those will be the same. But if it's not, they'll be different.
Okay. So I know when you're trying to scale and get more sales, you're going to do you're aiming for checkouts, but when you're originally launching your ads, what's a good method? Add to cart, views, which one would you roll with?
So on Facebook, always purchases. Always purchases. With TikTok, to be honest, I have much less experience running paid TikTok ads, and a lot of people say to run add to carts at first. I've tried that, and what that does is it, like you were asking yesterday, that seasons your pixel really well. Because the problem here, the reason my budget's $50 a day, and I started these at midnight last night, the reason I've only spent $3, I'm pretty sure, is because my pixel isn't seasoned. And TikTok just has no data to figure out who to target with my ads, so they can't find enough people to spend my money on. So what people do in the past, I've seasoned my pixel with add to carts, and right away you'll be spending more money the first day because it's easier to find a potential add to cart than it is to find a potential purchaser. So what people will do is they'll run add to carts for a couple days, even for up to a week. They try to get 50 add to carts in a week, and then they'll switch to purchases because it's something with the TikTok algorithm. 50 conversion events in a week helps them optimize better. It's like the equivalent to the Facebook learning phase. So you can start with add to carts, but the problem is you're only going to get add to carts. Like getting purchases when you're optimizing for add to carts is not going to be an efficient use of your money. So what I'm testing with this store, and I'll tell you guys how it goes, is I'm just going for purchases right off the rip. And if they can only spend $3, they can only spend $3. And I'm hoping tomorrow they'll be able to spend more, and the next day they'll be able to spend more. But we'll be looking for customers with purchase intent the whole time is the goal. So we're going to see if this works better than seasoning with add to carts for a couple days or not.
So if they go to your website to add to cart, why can't they check out? How's that work?
They can, they just don't. For some reason, there are certain sick people out there in the world that just add things to cart and then they're like, you know what, never mind. And apparently that's a significant portion of the world. You've done it, I'm sure. I do it. Like, you add something to cart and then you think about it and you're like, I don't really need that.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's just people with an interest in your product or an interest in your niche that haven't necessarily shown a propensity to buy, or like they're not like actively like, I need to buy something right now. They're just shopping around, you know? They're just less warm traffic.
Okay, I get you. And so when you mean by pixel, is there an individual pixel per video per campaign, or Like, how does that work?
No, so you get 1 pixel for your entire website. So you'll install the pixel on the website through, you can do it through the TikTok app. Here, let me show you. Also, in here under events, under events, web events, and then here's my pixel. So if you go here and you click on sales channels on the left, I have TikTok installed. You just install that as an app. You just look up TikTok. I don't know if it'll come up because I already have it installed. Yeah, this one, just TikTok by TikTok. Install that, and then it's really easy. It'll like take you through a setup, and it'll just be like connect your ad account, connect your TikTok account, and then it'll be like, do you want to set up a pixel? I don't know why this isn't loading, but it'll be like, do you want to set up a pixel? And you just say yes, and then it'll show up in your ad account because you connected it to that TikTok sales channel. And then that pixel code will just be on the back end of your website forever, just lurking. Like even if I come across your store from Google, TikTok will still get that data. That's how they try to like cross attribute, you know? Because they'll have your profile from TikTok, and then if you like go on your computer and look it up or something, and you're using the same Google account as you have on your phone, like they'll try to connect all those dots together to track the purchase back to you.
Okay, so the same pixel can go to Facebook and everything. They all kind of help each other out.
So Facebook has its own pixel. The TikTok pixel will only report data back to TikTok, but if you're driving traffic through TikTok and you have a Facebook pixel on your store, the Facebook pixel will collect that data so that say you've never run ads on Facebook before, but you've spent $1,000 driving traffic to your store from TikTok and you had the Facebook pixel installed, that Facebook pixel will now know about all that traffic, so your Facebook ads will do better off the rip because it has that data already.
Okay. So I should go install Facebook right now too.
Yeah, it's probably, if you're planning on using Facebook down the road, it's worth it, I suppose.
Honey.
All right, anyone got any other questions?
So with your supplier, I know you said you've had troubles in the past about like fulfillment and everything, but is there any good ways to prevent like overwhelming your supplier and not having enough supply to get sent out at a good reasonable time?
I mean, I guess just keeping on top of it and making sure that it's all going out. I think he will probably tell you if like you can ask him like what's the lead time from from the manufacturer to him. Like some products I can get same day, some products I can get next day. Some manufacturers will only sell them like once every 3 days if you're not doing a lot of volume. You can ask him what the lead time is for his manufacturer. Um, as far as selling out like the manufacturer like I did, I was using a very niche product that they probably weren't producing a lot of because I was the only one selling it. With more common products like you have, I wouldn't worry about that. I don't think that's going to be an issue for you. Um,
Very
but
quick,
yeah, what's
very
up?
quick question. So, what is your fulfillment process through your supplier? Because I'm aware that like there's fulfillment ads through AliExpress, right? So if we were to I remember you gave me contact with your supplier, right? Is there like an automatic like fulfillment process where like uh our customer places the order and or do we have to manually send it to him every single time?
No, so what he does is you'll send him a staff invite to your store
Okay.
and give him access to like the order data, and then he will install an app for him that allows him to like automatically fulfill and print shipping labels for all your orders. Like it's what he uses on his side. So every day, if you have your orders on manual authorization, like every day he'll just send you an invoice for Alibaba and you just go pay it with your credit card and then he'll just ship out all the orders. That's it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, he's pretty on it. He knows what he's doing by now. He's been doing this for like 4 years, something like that, right?
Yeah. He's like you don't like I don't even need to say anything to him. Like every day at like 11 p.m. It's just like, yo, you want to fulfill orders now? And he'll just be like, yeah, and then he'll send me the link to pay a couple minutes later.
Wow. That'd be kind of funny if he just sent them at 11. He's just like, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see,
mean
he got
he'll send it even if I don't message him. Like if I forget or like I'm out one night, like he'll just send it anyway.
Oh, I get you. So, where are the products compared to him? So, like,
Um,
yeah, like, I was kind of wondering that. Does he put the hands on the product or does he have, like, how does that work?
yes. So he orders the products to his warehouse, and then he has guys working in his warehouse that package the product up and slap the label on it, and then every day at 5 p.m. his time, 4 or 5 p.m. his time, the like the Chinese mail people will come pick up like all his orders for the day.
Okay. So, how long does it take to get from the manufacturer to his warehouse
That's what I was
usually?
saying to ask about the lead time. Um,
Okay.
it can be like I've had products that were up to 3 days, but sometimes he'll be like, "Yo, you should like I was selling three products at once, and one of them the lead time was 3 days, and then the other one he was like, "Yo, I can like get these next day. Like you should try to sell these more because like I can do it faster." Um, so you can ask him what that's gonna be. Now I own inventory at his warehouse, so like my lead time is instant because he already has the product. But
And do you just do that like every month? You just order like 5,000 units and then they're in his warehouse for the month?
yeah, like um he kind of like keeps track. He keeps track of. I guess we both keep track of how many units I have, and then when we start getting low, he'll be like, "Hey, like I think we're gonna be like out in 3 weeks, and it takes us 3 weeks to for them to manufacture all my units." So then he's like, "Yo, send me like X amount of money, and I'll go purchase them for you."
Oh, okay. Sweet. So yeah, when you're operating at like scale and you're pretty consistent, that's the best way to go.
Um, Yeah, the only reason I purchased inventory is because I branded it and I wanted to customize the product a little bit. There were like some things I wanted to change around. Um, so we started by purchasing inventory of non-branded, just like the normal product, because it was a little bit cheaper. We started by purchasing like 250 units, and then we eventually started purchasing 1,000 like every month or something like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to say, and then that's probably convenient when it gets to like holiday season because your manufacturer is not backed up on orders since you already have them in the warehouse.
Right, yeah, so that is something that can happen around holiday season is um the manufacturers will be slower and the like postal service in general, like globally and domestically will be slower. Um so you gotta you gotta really be careful around the holiday season to stay on top of things. One and two, you're gonna have way more customer service complaints like, hey, I wanted this by Christmas, whatever. Um, you can try to make it clear in your product description, like, hey, like it's gonna like our shipping time is 2 weeks or whatever. Um, like so order it now if you want it to be here by Christmas. Or you can just deal with the fallout and be like, yeah, sorry, it's not gonna come. And some people will be like, fuck you, like give me my money back, and other people will just be like, damn, it is what it is. Um, so it's up to you how you want to handle that, but it's definitely something to consider. I'm definitely gonna, if you have a product by then, it's worth considering like shipping, yeah, like 100 units to the U.S. Um, if you don't use them all, the thing is, US 3PLs often have a cutoff date for when you can do that. But if you can find somebody to, if by the time once you have a product, if you can find somebody that can house 100 units for you, or even ship them to yourself if you want to do the work yourself, um, probably advisable to have US inventory around November if you have a product and the money to do so.
Okay. Sure.
I never have in the past. This is going to be my first year with US inventory. So like you can survive and thrive without it, but it just makes your life easier.
Yeah, I was about to say when you have a lot of capital too, it's probably easier to, go buy $1,000 worth of inventory.
Right, yeah. Of course. So
Or-
that's I didn't do it in the past, and you'll be all right. It
Yeah.
won't ruin your life.
And I'll say I forgot what's the shipping called that Justin does.
Yun Express, YUN
Yeah.
Express.
Why you? Okay. Is that is that is that like over the sea or on sea?
It's air freight.
Air freight. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because when I ordered from AliExpress, I was like, I wonder. And then it took like 3 weeks. I was like, okay, this definitely went on a ship.
Yeah. Yeah, Yun Express is air because you could never get a product to the U.S. in like 7 days on sea freight.
Yeah, I'm excited. Must say I've been learning for the last month.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Got
that
all.
time. This is like the first store is obviously the hardest. Like now that you've done it once, if you come up with a like say this product flops and you want to come up with another one, like you'll be able to do everything in a week. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say I know the ins and outs stuff like building a
Yeah.
Shopify site now. It's for sure. For sure.
Anyone got any other questions?
No, we're good.
Let's see. Yeah, I've asked so many. You go have a good night.
I'm telling you, Eric's the man, bro.
Thanks, brother. I
Back.
appreciate it. Oh, we got one in the. Oh no! What the heck? Says there's a question, but I don't see it. Is this for
Somebody
your
sent-
clock brand? When did you figure out you wanted to need to slap a label on it to be more customized? So I was saying no. This is for my main brand that I have not showed you guys because I don't want anybody trying to copy my product. I decided to slap a label on it just because I was having such consistent sales that I just wanted there was no reason for me not to have my label on it at that point. It's just like when somebody goes to a friend's house and sees it, now they instantly know the brand. If content create, I wanted to work with some more influencers, and if they have the brand on the product, that obviously helps people like visually figure out who's selling it if they don't like check the description or something. It wasn't a necessity, it just there was no reason not to, really, and it obviously only has benefits. All right, last call. Anything? All right. Good luck, guys. If you need any help, if you want me to give you a product, if you want me to look at your TikTok ads, if you want me to look at your store, hit me up in ecom 1v1 support, make a ticket. I'll get back to you like same day, whatever. Yeah, good luck. Peace out.
Thank
Peace.
you.
No problem.